Hey Marco, you ready for the totally awesome, coolest show ever?
Yeah, bub. Oh, we got a second segment today. It's on. We actually haven't even gone over what the other person's going to do. We typically try to leave it so that people will kind of just, I don't know, man. We're trying
Just
stuff out.
react.
That's all we're doing.
Just,
Yeah,
go,
react.
just going off gut reaction. Just not playing this out. This ain't all scripted. It's just off the cuff.
Astro, it's
But
good to
you're
see you,
bub
man.
there. I wasn't expecting the bub. I was wondering where you're gonna go
I
with
know,
that.
I know, I know. So today we got tier list as usual. We're going to do the animated X-Men series. I know it's a little early for that. There's not a lot of buzz around X-Men, but you know what? I was actually out collecting since we got a couple minutes. I was actually out collecting, and guys, if you aren't out there, I mean, I mentioned these before on one of the other shows I do, MCM, I believe, when I was going through. There's
Well,
a
probably wasn't
story.
Star Wars, so MCM.
No, it wasn't. Yeah. About like trailer, like something about hunting through trailers or something for books or whatever. But I brought up kind of some of these books before. Oh, that's a good one. And then there are the X-Men Adventure ones. You know what I mean? Like they have a whole bunch of these. So there's 1 and 2. So I decided, like I actually have almost put together my second run of Adventures X-Men. I will tell you this: it's going to start. This one right here is starting to get harder and harder to find. There's a couple of them in there that people really like. Obviously, you can see where I bought them from that. But you know what I mean? They're cool. They're pretty cheap right now. So, but before stuff starts going off, because you know we might be in a little bit of trouble there. Hard to find them. So this week we've got tier list, and we have got a new segment called Fight Club, which means we're going to go pretty far at it. Yep, Pop Culture Fight Club. So that's pretty cool. I know Pete's got a bunch of toys behind him, which looks dope. Let's pull up the. Go ahead. What the reverse? What X-Men did they come up with the reverse for the Christopher ones for the comic that you have back there? You got Rogue, but what else? Did
they for the negative
space? They did Wolverine.
Yeah. Oh, I should have pulled out the Wolverine. I got a Wolverine in here too. Mm-hmm. Oh wait, he's one of yours. Right. That's why I didn't.
I know. All right. Well, let's get into the tier list. Let's pull it up.
Where we got it? Here we go.
All right, tier list. So we actually broke the adventures down into 4 different categories. One of the categories is today's. It's going to be the main list of X-Men. We're going to break it down into 3 or 4. In those 3 or 4, I know Astro sent us some stuff and a couple of other people for comic books on He-Man. We're going to feather that in between these tier lists. But we will get through all 4, which is pretty much all 4 seasons and all the characters, major characters and groups that show up. So let's start off for number 1. Oh, hey, Astro. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. Dude, I'm telling you, X-Men's the way to go. There's a lot of cool stuff, especially the Clement run.
I don't see him as often as I used to. I think a lot of people are doing that now.
I know. They're starting to get on it. But those adventure ones, I think you could still grab. You know what I mean? Like, they're pretty good. We're going to go over some of them. In Fight Club, I'm willing to bet that you're going to see some interesting books. Maybe some expensive ones, maybe some just rare ones or stuff like that. And you're also going to see some cool toys. So go ahead. Let's see what we got in the tier list, Pete.
Who do you want to go with first? I'll let you pick.
Hold on. Something's wrong with my StreamYard right now. I can't actually see anything. All right. Number 1, let's see who we got. We've got, the leader of the team. And actually I'm going to tell you why he's not good later, too. Cyclops. So, Cyclops, and now we're doing this all basis, not on comic books right now. We're really doing it on the basis of the animated series and our memory of the animated series. I will tell you this. I think I'm not a Cyclops fan, as in like he's not in my top 10 mutants of all time because of this TV show.
Really?
Yeah. A lot of this TV show had a lot to do about it. He never really seemed to take charge. To youth Marco, a young Marco, going through changes of voices and such, like at the time, a guy who like is kind of not even voted as leader, just put in by some old man. And he's whining, and he actually leaves the team at one point, and then he's supposedly kind of got this girlfriend, but really does he? You know what I mean? He doesn't really. I actually find his brother and his son, Cable, more interesting summer characters, and I really love. And we'll get into it later, but I really love the Starjammers and then the whole that way.
Dad's a space
I always
pirate.
like that. But yeah, space pirate for sure. But like, I didn't really. All I remember is from the TV show is him being scared and being chased by sentinels and almost shooting off a building, blowing it up, and then like he never. There's so many good characters in this, and he wasn't one that I was like, wow, dude, that's a cool character that I want to address as. So just for the TV show, I am putting him in like. I don't think he's trash, but I would definitely put him in the C category.
Really? I got to argue at least for a B for Cyclops because he is the leader. I know he's
vanilla.
He's yes. I'll get that. He's vanilla. He's teacher's pet. He's but he's still like I don't know.
Where are you trying to put him?
Idea. Just B. I'm just fine with a B.
I don't know. We might have to. Astros got us here. It's 2 C's, 1 B, man. I mean, you got to get him into the C area. I think.
Yeah. All right. Fine. Well, you guys will regret this later.
I don't know if we will actually. I'm not quite sure that's a true fact. Next up, Storm.
All right, where is she got? We got her over here.
If you remember, at one point, Storm was in charge of the MODOKs. You know, the underground people. She fought
the Morlocks.
Yeah. Actually, this cover right here is that story, and this is why I probably got 10 of these because I love this cover so much because. In the adventures in this I probably should take the price tag off of it or whatever. It's 95 cents. Anyways, but in this storyline, she fought one of the baddest underground people, and like I mean, look at how bad. Callisto got the one eye. She's like an assassin. She fought her, and she actually ended up winning and took over the Morlocks. Not only that, a lot of times she did seem like the impromptu leader of the team, which I think they did later on in the comic books and everything like that. Oh, you're putting them up to B? Why? Are there people in the chat saying you should get to B?
JJ.
Oh, JJ. Why would you do that to us?
Just give me this for right now.
All right, we'll give it to you for right now. But I think Storm, if there is going to be an S tier here, I think Storm is either A+/S tier. She is an all-around good character. I think because of her popularity in this show, and she had there's a lot of cool segments with her. She then became an overall popular character in the world of X-Men. Like, I think it was because of this cartoon that got her so many starring roles and made her such a predominant character in the books. And then, like, you even saw her show up in the movie Age of Apocalypse, which they did a terrible job of. And I want the Age of Apocalypse in the cartoon that they never gave us, but that's another story for another day. Anyways, that being said, I think you see a lot of Storm for her. And I think that's why Halle Berry was Storm, because I think Halle Berry saw the 90s cartoon and was like, she's a badass and hot, so I'm going to be Storm. Your opinion, Pete. Please be good.
I'm a big fan of Storm. I've liked her for a good bit of the run. Like you said, the Morlock bit was a good bit. I like her connections like to Gambit, like bringing him in kind of like to the fold. I like her connections to Black Panther Avenger. I know this is not about the cartoon, but I'm just talking about Storm.
Did they date? Her and Gambit dated for a while, didn't they?
It was something. Something was going on.
Well, Gambit had something going on with everybody else.
Well, it was Gambit.
It's Gambit. All right.
Yeah, but I don't know. I dig the Mohawk look is just an iconic look.
She didn't have that look. But she didn't have that look.
I know. It's hard to separate the two. It is hard to separate the two. So I do agree that we are in that borderline A or S kind of category. But yeah, I mean, and she's a team. Well, again, I keep mixing the comments. She's team leader. She's gold team leader.
But she is a team leader because she does lead the Morlocks for a little bit. And when Cyclops leaves, doesn't she lead it in the TV show?
Yeah, I think remember. He gets handed the reins.
Well, let's put her.
We don't want to count the movies against them, so I'm not going to count their poor continuity with, hey, Halle Berry, do some awful accent, and then just stop.
All right, let's put her in A tier because in you're right. In the cartoon world, she's definitely A tier. If it was comic books and cartoons, I think we could give her the S tier.
I give it to her easily. I still might bump her up before.
Yeah, I might too. All right, yeah. I mean, she's good. If there's one that's on the border, I feel that one. Beast. I like Beast. Okay, listen, I like the guy. I even liked him in this thing. I thought he's great. I liked his renditions in the cartoon. I thought they did a great job with him. But if there's a middle of the road mutant, you know what I mean? There's just like an okay gimmick of a mutant. if there's like, nah, you don't really care about a storyline or anything else.
He's a smart guy, right?
He's just okay. You got to have him, right? You
Yeah.
got to have Hank McCoy there. It's all right. He's okay. He's B.
Just like you need to have that team leader who might not like.
No. See, that's why. No, because there's a lot of guys who've led the team. That's why I agree that I think he is B. And that's why I think Cyclops, once again, is C. Because a B-type character is Beast. He's just Beast, man. There's nothing wrong with them. Nothing right with them. Kind of whatever. He runs around. He's upside down. At one point, he's running sideways on a wall for some reason, which makes no sense. Why would you just run straight? Why would you just jump on the wall?
I'm telling you, me and JJ, we're simpatico here.
It's not about comics, though, JJ. It's only about this the cartoon. Hey, what's going on, Gonzo? It's only about the cartoon. Comics is a different story. I'm just saying, in the cartoon, he's a B-level character. Where Cyclops in the cartoon I like how you put trash because I almost said D, but Cyclops could be arguably.
Yeah, I switched D for trash. I figured, you know what? It is what it is. We're D level. We're just renaming it trash.
Then again, I don't like whiny voices, right? Like if you're supposed to be an adult, and you get that. That's what Cyclops said.
Hey, stop! We're not on Cyclops. We're on Beast. Stop
I know. Beast,
pull down
Beast
Cyclops
is a B.
ahead of our next segment. We're not there yet.
Okay.
Save that.
I'm not even trying to do that. I'm going to really kill it then. All right. So they're putting in C. I disagree with that. I wholeheartedly. There's no way he could be C and Cyclops could be B. No way. No.
You tell it to the chat. You tell it to them.
I don't need
See, you convince somebody else to throw up a B out there. One person to throw up a B. I'll consider it because I would put him on that borderline as well. I do like Beast. I do like Beast, but.
All right, well, it's okay because we got an S tier character coming up next. Gambit, S tier. I don't care where he is, he's an S tier. And in the show, he's an S tier. He is why I'm smooth with the ladies because that's who I wanted to be was Gambit. He's got the coat with the pop collar. He's always hitting on every woman, and they like it. He runs the assassins portion at one time. He's got the coolest of weapons because he can.
I thought he ran the Thieves Guild.
The Thieves Guild, yeah. But there's also the
Belladonna was
remember that one? Yeah, but remember the one time when the Assassin's Guild had captured him for the Thieves Guild because he had done
it was like an arranged marriage or something.
Yeah, arranged marriage thing. So he was kind of in charge of both at both times. He just did what he wanted to do. He cruised on. I'm not even going to get into the cool comic stuff, but as cartoon characters, like when I played, this is who I acted, who I was. I mean, honestly, this was the character. I was always Gambit. You could be Cyclops. You could be Wolverine. You could be whoever you want.
Even though they were, framing him as the traitor, like in that first season, like he was the one that was, the spy in their midst that didn't pull you away from him.
Yeah, I didn't think I cared that much about it because you see him as a traitor. I saw him as a dude that was picking up chicks left and right. That's how I saw him. I mean, to a young kid going through it because we were all around that same age, right? Like, yeah, the dude's cool, man. There's nothing not cool. The only thing not cool about him is in the movies when they had people play him. That's the only not cool thing about him. The cartoon, he was the coolest. I used to get cards and start chucking them at people, trying to throw them at people and blow stuff up, then try to throw it into watermelons, try to do all that type of stuff because of him. And then I just figured out hitting people with a spear was a lot better. Because he also had that like 1d6 spear thing where he could go da-da-da and whack people. So I had to start whacking people with a rod. You could grab a metal rod, a wood rod, didn't matter because you could charge it up and whack people with it. And just pop a collar. Hey, he's so S tier that in the 2000s, all the 20-year-olds were popping their collar. That's how popular he is.
Yeah, but that would be a stronger argument if I liked the pop collar, which I do not.
I do not either, but Astro had a Gambit hair.
Yeah. I'm gonna reserve. I agree wholeheartedly. I did like Gambit on the animated series. I'm a Gambit fan, but I have to reserve some of the negative comments for later.
Wait, hold, JJ. Other girls, none of them. There wasn't a ring on any of them, buddy. I'm just saying, there wasn't a ring on any of them. All right.
Well, there kind of was in the episode when Cyclops and she were getting married. She had a ring. It's like where I'm from. It's I was watching it today. That's why it's fresh in my mind. He was like, "It's customary to kiss the bride." It's customary to kiss the bridesmaid as well.
Tony came in and saved me. Sorry, Tony came in and saved me. See what he said?
I
This is
see
my
it. I
guy.
said
Move
it.
him
All
up.
right. I said it.
All right. He
I
saved
said
me.
it. If somebody,
We
you
should
got
move
somebody.
Cyclops down.
I would do it. I'd do
All
it
right.
because I was on board. I'm fine with
All
people.
right. All right. All right. Smooth
We might have to
talker.
jump down into a weird part of our list because so this way we're not too top heavy because I think our end of our run is going to be a little on the weaker
Oh,
side.
because you got to put them in order. All right. We'll start off. We'll go for the bottom, and I'm putting this one. It's Boom Boom, and the reason why I'm putting her, I actually don't think the character is trash in the comics. I do think she's trash on the TV show, straight up trash. They could.
Yeah, the show was weak.
Yeah, the show. She's kind of in a show, and she was taken over by the Purple Man, wasn't it? Wasn't it the Purple Man like mind tricked him? Yes, that Purple Man for Daredevil fame. He had done this mind trick.
Yeah, Bendis really put a harder edge on the Purple Man.
Well, he was originally in number 4, right? Daredevil 4.
Yeah. No, but what I'm saying is what he did to like Jessica Jones and in the shoreline is what I'm saying. Like
in the storyline of Alien.
Yeah,
okay, my bad. I'm sorry. Yes, I was talking about yes. So, but what they did with Boom Boom, I'm sorry, dumpster fire. It was a dumpster fire, and they should not have had Boom Boom, even in the cartoon, if they were going to do that.
Yeah, no, I agree. I mean, she's also Next Wave, one of my favorite little series.
It does sound like. You know, she was. They didn't do her justice. There's one storyline where they gave her a little bit of love, but I think she was too close to Jubilee.
Yeah.
And then it never worked out. So yeah, I mean that's one we have to put in the dumpster. I don't think we're a little top heavy at all. I'll be honest with you. Cyclops should be in C. We had a little dispute during it. Okay. We'll go for a couple other ones.
Just go for one more from down near the bottom, and then we'll.
Okay. Well, those 4 have all got the same. Oh, really? Oh. We put him in there? Okay.
Yeah, this is our first chunk of 20.
Okay. So I just want to do somebody that people will know that's not terrible. We'll do Jubilee. I think we'll have a little discussion on Jubilee. So Jubilee, I actually do not like Jubilee in the show. And I rewatched some of the episodes over the last week or so too. And every time I thought it was like, man, you know, she seems too much like the kid from Terminator, and for too long. You know, when he was a kid, all of it.
Edward Furlong would have played an excellent Jubilee had they adapted this back then.
What's that?
I said the actor Edward Furlong from Terminator 2. He would have been an excellent choice to play a Jubilee in the movie.
But the whole mall scene and everything, and then after that, she just kind of became like this. She became what Ahsoka Tano was in Clone Wars in the beginning, where she was just this like vehicle that was not. She was trying to attract the kids. She was trying to attract the kids, and it didn't. I don't know. Maybe I was too old at the time, but it wasn't something that I found endearing, and it still is not something I find endearing here. Maybe if I was a girl that liked Punky Brewster, I mean, I'm not trying to be sexist with it, but like maybe that's what they were going after, and okay, I guess I don't know. But I was a Terminator fan, and I always thought this was a lame part, like a Terminator 2 lame part ripoff anyhow. So she's a B. Wow, apparently Gonzo's got a lot. She was a turd. Okay.
Yeah, well, they're averaging her about into where I would probably put her.
Which is where?
In the C.
Okay.
I know you probably want to put her in the trash bin. You want to put her in the garbage.
No. No, it's all right. Yeah, I mean, we got to go a little bit with them.
I'm not saying just for them. I'm also saying just from my own perspective. I'm also in that C category because
I would have her in the C. I think they, yes, I understand why they had her. I think they misused her, I guess, is what I'm saying. Yeah, and I'll always, every time now I see a Jubilee in a comic book, I'm just like, I'm like this,
No, she was their Kitty Pryde. She was what they did with Rogue.
Oh, don't you ever.
I'm just saying that's what they were trying to do with her. I'm not saying they did it perfectly, but that's what role she was playing. She was playing you. If you were going to be joining the X-Men, this is you as a kid.
Yeah. But that wasn't me as a kid.
Well, I know.
I was Gambit. Hey, mon ami. Hey, mon ami. All right. So put her in the C.
I would put her in the C just because she wasn't total garbage.
It's a B maybe. So we get a C out of it. All right. We can keep her out of there. I don't know if he's going to still be happy. All right. Oh, wow. There's still some bangers coming in. Well, I think this is going to be a very highly disputed character actually up next. Jean Grey. C. Jean Grey. C. Enough said.
I'm not going to dispute that.
Does not. Oh, really? Does not have any. Does not a lot of story building.
Now, in this, I didn't. She was just kind of didn't really. They didn't really do much with her. Just like, well, we're just going to save her until we do a Dark Phoenix thing. Like that's it. Like her only purpose is to eventually be that. Outside of that, they don't build any character. I don't care about the.
There was a little bit of the back and forth with Wolverine, but even
I didn't care for any of that. I didn't care for it in the cartoon. I didn't care for it in the comics. And it's not because like I wanted Jean Grey like with Cyclops. It's like I just didn't care.
But yeah, I mean, I think her storyline was kind of right. It was a setup for Phoenix. By the way, we might have Phoenix in another list. So, but as far as Jean Grey goes, and as far as this cartoon goes, hey Dollar, what's going on, bud? As far as this
choice to do the hair like this with this costume is just
JJ's got it. I mean, JJ's got it right? Like he's saying flat out, she's just kind of annoying in the TV series.
Yeah,
man. And she is, man. I don't. Whatever. I mean, I know there's some people that absolutely live and die by her, but I have to put her into the C. I think that's good all around. What's going on, Wookie? Hey, Dollar's into.
Wookie, Dollar, what's up?
Dollar Bin, I screw his name up all day long. I feel bad for him. I really do. And Tony, we already said hi. B for Jean. Yeah, okay, but listen, Tony, I'm telling you, this is a 4-part series. So we may wink, have Phoenix in a different part. All right, so here we go. Next character up, I'll go from the low end. We will give you another one. I actually can't. Oh yeah, you have the names on them. Oh, we didn't. That was Sticks, not even Boom Boom. We threw in the trash. So now it's Boom Boom. Throw her in the trash too. Boom Boom goes in the trash. We've already discussed that.
Just forgettable. When you were saying Boom Boom, I'm like, all right.
Yeah. I can't. They're so bad. I couldn't remember which one was which in it. I don't think we have to argue that. We've already gone over that portion of it. Let's go back up towards the top. Hey, they don't get more. The cartoon. Remember, guys, we're not talking about comics right yet. We'll get into we're going to have a war later on, and this might be one of the characters that show up in the Fight Club, okay? But right now we're talking only the TV show, only the 90s TV show, and with Rogue, A tier. A tier. If they built all the females like Rogue, you'd have a bunch of A tier characters. She played really well. Her storylines were good. Her accent was great. Plus, she's kind of hot, dude, as far as like cartoon characters go. You know what I mean? Like she did all right.
Yeah, I hear where you're coming from.
I just said that, yes.
But
look at
Gonzo, look at JJ. They're with me where I'm going with this.
All right. No, hey, S, all right. Okay, hey.
He is.
Look at you.
There's a reason I got these 2 toys.
Hey, there's the only reason I didn't break out. The only reason I'm drinking out of this cup instead of a different cup is because we're gonna have a war later on, and I didn't pick that side. I didn't get that side.
Exactly. That's why I have my Nightcrawler glass and not my Wolverine glasses, because solidarity.
Yeah.
My side.
All right. Good. God, I'm happy with that one. All right, let's go to middle then, and we're gonna go into the part. So one of the groups that they have in there is the Cables group. So we will go with Kane. And I like Kane in the comics, to be honest with you. I really do.
Because you like the pop collars. That's why you liked it.
All right. But as far as the show goes, I mean, he's at best a C character in the show. At best. He might be in the trash, unfortunately. He might be trash can for the show.
He might be. I'm borderline trash C as well, just because. All right.
All right, put him in the C minus, and let's see. We'll put him in C minus, and we might move him to the trash.
Let's see what's up with the chat when they catch up with the
trash can is filling up at this point.
It will. It kind of will with some of this because.
C, yeah. See, we got him in C. Okay, we saved it for the trash can. I know. We're not supposed to be basing it off comics, and he wasn't terrible. He was just kind of a filler in the show. Hey, listen, it's better than Boom Boom and Skids, man. I mean, they were just
true.
Not even, unfortunately, not even usable.
Well, we still got a couple more that are probably going to end up down there.
Okay. I'm going to put him in there. Everybody's been waiting for this character because this is the big character that everybody wants that comes out of this. Every time you talk about this adventure, everybody brings up this character. Morph. And why is because Morph, first off, dies. He dies. But then later, effed up Morph comes back in a kid's cartoon, dude. I mean, like, if there's a character that's like, first off, I can't believe they killed somebody off, which I think stunned a lot of people. I mean, and it was early too, wasn't it? Like the second or third.
Yeah, it was pretty early.
Before Days of Future Past.
Yeah,
God,
it was in the first half.
I'm gonna watch all these now again because I just love it too much. But like, I think more and just the legend of him is A tier because I don't think anybody would really. I don't think anybody would really care about him if it wasn't for this cartoon, right? Like
they would, but why are you giving him an A because of that?
I mean,
you were annoyed by Jubilee. I was annoyed by Morph. I did not like Morph at all. I was happy he died. Yes, even as a kid, I was just like,
well, he's on the couch laughing and changing figures. I thought it was cool that he could change. He had some. The death is what I think stuck me on him, right? Like when he died, then it was like at the beginning. You're right. When he started doing like the jump through the character things, and was always doing the. Oh wow! Well, he's always doing the laugh. Like the laugh was kind of annoying. Okay, all right. Are we gonna get him in trash can, or are we at least get him in C, guys? Morph was at Wiener. Okay, he's okay. A for Morph,
I just did
though.
not like him. But if you get a C, I'll put him in the C.
I got an A. So we're
What did
keeping
you
him out
get?
of trash can. Yeah, Tony gave him an A.
Oh.
And I believe that he's got a B there too. So C, we gotta put him in C. I understand what you guys are saying.
I'll give you the C to keep him out of the garbage, just because there is worse.
Is
still.
there? Yeah,
Well,
there's 100% worse. Speaking of worse, WizKid. I know he's in a wheelchair. I don't know what his powers are. I don't even know why he's in the TV show. Trash can.
I feel like this is the wrong show. Like they just used animation so that they mixed up and said we got to work him in.
Yeah, I think that's what happened. I think you see him.
we put in the wrong slide. We got to work him in.
Morph was a troll. Bid's got it right. Dollar's got it right. Morph was a troll, which isn't too bad, man. Like, I mean, he's funny. He's got trash for WizKid. I mean, just no purpose at all of having that character in there. And he's in like the Speed Racer uniform. I don't even know what his powers are, to be honest with you. Do you remember what his powers were?
I don't remember either. I don't know why he got that
helmet. He was
helmet.
a kid in the wheelchair, right? That was it. I think he was. I don't want to say anything. I don't want to say anything because it's not appropriate anymore to say. But why he's got helmet on? But like, come on, man! This character was like Speed Racer in space in a wheelchair. No reason for it to be there. I don't even think he had a talking part. Yes, Jubilee sitting in C. Yeah, Jubilee sitting. They're trying to rewrite the show at this point. All right,
rewriting the show.
Gonzo screaming about a C for that and B for Beast. Or whatever. All right.
Yeah. Plus, they spelled WizKid wrong.
Yeah.
There's no H. There's no H.
All right, we're going up to the top, and then we'll go back into the cable portion. We're going to Professor X. Wow, look at those eyebrows.
Yeah, those were some I mean, I got some eyebrows, but those things were.
Those things forehead. He's got like the huge dent up the middle of the forehead. He's so annoying in the cartoon.
He really was.
Can we put him in? I think we have to put him C at highest. I don't think we could put him. He wasn't that terrible.
No, I can't. I can't put him next to WizKid. But
see everybody. Let's see.
Yeah.
Yeah. WizKid in the future. Yeah.
But yeah, no.
He's an A. We're not putting him in A. Gonzo, there's no way we're putting him in A.
No, he
was the TV show? No.
Yeah, on this, just for this cartoon.
Even
if you get to the comics.
Yeah. No, his chair was A. I'm sorry, I misread that. All right. Yeah. Apparently, we're having a lot. I think we're having a lot of people in the C. PC.
I think the C's may ease up a little. Well, we'll see. We still got some characters left.
All right. Maybe a B. Maybe a B. Oh, yeah. His chair. Yeah. His chair was pretty dope in this, though. It was. Like, that was a nice chair. That was pretty cool. Yeah.
That was Jim Lee's thing, wasn't it?
Yeah. Well, what?
Give him the floaty chair.
Was around the Jim Lee era of the
because
8 covers for the Jim Lee X-Men era.
Yeah, because the comic was
funny story.
Yeah, the comic was like
That's
91,
a-
and this was like 92, 93, right? When this was like rolling.
Yeah. So
Because they definitely
look,
took inspiration from the Jim Lee.
it did.
And,
It absolutely took it from the Jim Lee. Yeah, there's a lot of that. Well, I mean, they did Days of Future Past in it, and they did Age of Apocalypse.
No, I
So
meant
they
more
took
for the
it.
character design. Like
Yes,
character design.
character
they went
design
with
was
that.
100% from the Jim Lee era.
Yeah.
There was an auction about 5 years ago that we had gone to in like the backcountry, real backcountry, and they had boxes, like just boxes of unopened the Jim Lee #1s. And the only ones we kept boxes of was the Magneto, because at the time the Magneto was like the only one that people wanted, the $4 one. If you could find the Gambit one, that was one too, that was okay. But and people would then, because you had to take everything off the site, you couldn't leave it there, and there's no dumpsters. We weren't watching our stuff because we were loading it, and people were dumping the boxes of the shit onto the stuff that we had won because we had a huge pile. We couldn't fit it in the car. They felt bad, so we gave somebody $20 and they dumped a ton of it. And I wish we wouldn't have. Now I wish we wouldn't have, because
There were 8 million of these, or was 7 million or 8 million?
we might have disposed 10,000 of those that day. Not over exaggerating.
And the only thing I really remember was the Storm. Nobody liked the Storm one. Like the Storm one was always like the cheapest one.
Yeah.
For whatever reason.
I'm not even saying like short boxes. I'm talking like just the delivery boxes, like delivery boxes full of these ones that weighed like 10 pounds. We paid some guy $20 to take us behind, and we filled a dumpster up with them. Just a dumpster. I mean, we could have brought them home, so who cares? Anyways, but probably not the best decision now. But who thought those things would sell for anything more than nothing? Like literally toilet paper. Okay, back to Cable. Let's do Genesis. Also, probably not the best rendition of him either.
I don't remember him. Like, I kind of vaguely remember the character a bit, but I don't remember him much.
I think we got to put him in C here, to be honest with you.
You think he's C?
Yeah, because in those lines where it was where they were doing the future stuff with and then they did the Phalanx. And
yeah, because he was with Tyler Dayspring, I think, when I was
yep, he was. So I think he was kind of C in there. You know, I mean, not great. The storyline was short. They had the back and forth, and then
I'll give you that, mostly because I look down in what's in the trash can. I don't want anything to like touch like the lip.
Yeah, that's so bad. That trash is so bad. That's the only reason I'm putting him into the C category, is because the trash is so bad. Now, we will have a discussion on this next character, and I'll actually maybe not put him in the trash, but Rusty. I don't know why he's got eyes. I don't know why he's got eyes on the side of his.
I think that was just of somebody's screenshot of a TV. Maybe that was like the Fox Kids logo or something.
Oh yeah, sure.
The
reason why I'll try out of this group to keep him out of the trash, because this is still in that whole, was he was actually one that had a legitimate part in it, and was like the kid that they kind of centered the storyline around with the Purple Man. And no, should we still throw him in trash?
Yeah, Rusty Venture. Spanakopita!
All right, put him in the trash. I can't save him from the trash. All right, trash can him. All right, I tried, Rusty. You were the only one who had a shot.
Yeah, see, I don't remember him, so I was leaning on you. I'm like, I don't remember.
Yeah,
that
so
one.
he was out of all four of these. That's why, like, out of all four of these, he was the only one that actually had a part in the story, really. Like, Rusty was the one that kind of fought back, and then they mind changed him, and that's kind of when Cyclops was going to go deal with the orphanage where he grew up, supposedly, which was at this one lady's house. Rusty was the one that he was actually trying to kind of find.
I gotcha.
Led to the whole thing. So the story, it really was a Cyclops.
I had him on when I was working. I had him on.
It really was a Cyclops storyline that wasn't great, but like the rest of the kids had really nothing to do. They were just kind of possessed by him. Hey, what's going on, Ruben? How's work going? No problem, man. Nice to see you. So I mean, can anybody save him for the trash? Can anybody put him in the C?
Yeah, we'll give it time. If anybody wants to save Rusty from the garbage,
Rusty. Please save Rusty.
Being the lead garbage can character, since he's the
because that episode wasn't terrible. It wasn't a bad episode, and Purple Man was kind of creepy in it. And the only reason was because Rusty was like the main part to save. So
you know what? Even without the chat, I'll give you the C based on the Farmer Ted, Anthony Michael Hall in in Pretty in Pink kind of a
Very,
16 Candles. I mean, kind of role where he's the king of the dickheads. So
yeah. Okay, good. There you go. Yeah, he gets it. The king of the trash heap. All right,
king of the trash. We'll let him be bumped up ahead of the rest of the group.
All right. Up next, we've got Iceman. Okay. This cartoon did a terrible, an absolute horrible, inconceivable job with Iceman. At one point, he broke into a facility, but whatever. We're not going to get into the whole breakdown of it. I don't think they did great with him. They didn't show him off. C at best, unfortunately, for the Iceman.
Yeah, he is getting heavy. I don't know who
not moving Jubilee and Professor X. No, JJ. Keep sending. No, we're not. So Iceman is in C, and we could be talked into moving him, I think, pretty easily.
Maybe. Yeah, okay. Looking at our C group, only one I might consider bumping just for the sake of who else is there is, and I don't even want to say it, but Jean Grey, just because of the hope of what is she's just built to become.
Thank you, Astro.
The Phoenix Force give her a bump. But
C's getting heavy. Yeah, thank you. I mean, look, you can't love everybody, guys. You just can't. Iceman didn't get a lot of time. Yeah.
ELE. Everybody love everybody.
Yeah. Hey, JJ, there's 4 categories, man. Did you watch the TV show? In the TV show, I don't think he's better than. Okay.
You guys can see who's left. It's on the screen. You see the 4 that we have left. I don't think I think C is done. I think we're
done with C.
Or above C.
Cable in this has very intriguing storylines. I actually think for how little he was on the actual show, they did great. They had the Bishop part where Bishop blows up the technovirus and he has to go back and stop him, which was really kind of cool. They had the Phalanx thing, which was kind of cool. They had him in different areas. And he was bad. He was a BA character, badass type character. I thought they did a pretty good job for him in the cartoon. And he became one of my favorite characters. He was one of the ones that, was one of my favorite. Now, I'm not saying he's S tier, but he's definitely better than Daddy. And I would have him in A- B+ tier. That's where I'm
with you. I'm with you with the A. In the we're just judging it off just the cartoon. I'm with you. I think they did Cable well on the animated series.
We get A, B, A all day for Cable. A. All right, cool. We'll put him in A. Okay, guys, there you go. We're giving y'all one. We're not tone deaf here. What is next? Oh, well, okay. Archangel. Now there was 2 Archangel. They did the kid version of him and everything else here. Actually, which I think you have there is the picture of him, and then after the
that's like the reformed
one
Angel. But we had him before he had the blue skin too. Like he had an arc. He had a character.
I really like this character and what they did with him. There's a lot of in-depth storytelling for a kids show. I know it's weird because it's not going to be the traditional people in the S tier, but I think on the cartoon he was he had a great story arc on the cartoon. And that's kind of how I'd always seen him. And then I actually started following his regular comic book storyline and stuff like that. And I was like, wow, man, it's really different than the cartoon. But I don't know, man. I thought it was good. I know people aren't going to probably agree with that, but
yeah, I don't know if I'm an S with him, but I did like the arc. But I do like the A because I do like that arc. I really, as a kid, I know you mentioned it before with the Apocalypse movie. I love the Apocalypse storyline in the comics. The show like that was Apocalypse was my dude.
The Age of Apocalypse story. Yeah,
that. All that stuff was.
Yeah, where he gave him the metal. Remember, he gives him the metal wings and then.
That was just top notch for me.
I still, to this day, I think I've got 4 full collections of Age of the Apocalypse, the 90s run. And one of the reasons was because of the cartoon and because of this character in the cartoon. That's why he's S tier for me.
But I hear you. But at the same time, I'd see a lot of A's.
Okay.
Some high B's. So I'm there. I'm definitely there. Definitely a solid A for me.
Yeah. He was one of the baddest horsemen, too.
Absolutely.
Right, cool. Who am I missing? Oh, 2 left. We've got actually best friends, BFFs. Here we go. Wolverine in the cartoon, S tier.
Yeah.
I think that's how everybody sees him. S tier. I mean, it's cool. You got the yellow and black, the blue diapers going on.
Yeah.
Anybody disputing that?
It's hard to argue that. I mean, it's Wolverine, right?
Yeah.
He's what sold. He sold the books. He sold the show.
He sold everything. Yeah, he sold the show. I think he really did.
He did so well. They gave him the leader's girl because he was just he's that popular.
The leader's girl. Please. He should have returned that one. Gotta check. Last up, Nightcrawler. I like this character. I to this day still like this character. The Way of X is a book that I'm buying all the time. Not that it's supposed to be based off comics, but I really do enjoy what they're doing there, and I like it because I think they're finally giving him the due. And I thought he was done pretty well in the cartoon. I don't think they're ever going to do him well in live to action, but I think in cartoon he's doing pretty well.
They focus on the wrong things.
Yeah.
With the live action, they focus on the wrong stuff. Like, just for me personally as well. We'll get into that because we do have him coming up in a few minutes.
Nightcrawler was an A for awesome. I think we can put him in A.
I'm a solid A for Nightcrawler. He was
a gangster. He was good, man. He's good. All right. Besides Gonzo, who we ticked off about Jubilee not being in the B tier. Okay. All right. B, should be high. B should be higher than B. I don't know. A for me, B plus. Okay, cool. We got it. I think. All right, this is it.
Yeah, this is your last call to make your claim, your stake for who you might want moved.
Okay,
this is it.
Gonzo, I know you got. This is it. I know you got two characters in the C that you want to see moved up. If you could get anybody in chat, now you can only get one of them moved. If you can get anybody in chat to go with the argument, and the two characters he likes is Jubilee and Professor. We will move one of those characters up, but he has to get somebody in the chat in the next minute.
There's
what?
You got one.
I got one. All right. Jubilee gets moved up to B. That's fair enough.
Yeah.
And that's it. It's a short tier list this week, but still, it's not 30 minutes, which we're trying to do. All right. That's our tier list. We will, as usual, post it to Renovision, and then probably Tales from the Dark Side will post it too. Might actually show it up during the show this week. Who knows? Rusty to trash.
Oh, poor Rusty.
We're not moving Rusty to trash. Asher got the thanks. All right, let's move on to the real fight night. What's going on? What do I have to do this or no? Do we?
Oh, well, you can. If you have it handy, you go ahead with it.
Okay.
Our new segment.
All right, our new segment is where's the Fight Club thing?
I got it. Ready?
Here we go. Yeah. Bro, that intro's hot.
I kind of like it.
It's long, but it's hot.
It's a little long, but I felt like we needed it so I could pour myself another drink.
We probably should have poured our drinks while we were doing that.
That's what I was trying to, but I also figured it was time to change the background, but we had the fight background the whole time, so I didn't have to change the background.
So we've got 3 rounds. This originally started off with 1 round, but we couldn't go that deep. And it's characters that we already covered in the tier list, but we're going to cover them all around. So you can use whatever you want. Anything, the whole realm to explain why these characters are cool and better than the other character. And let me tell you, I'm going to win. I'm going to win. Like, hey, it was a joke that you beat me in the Star Wars thing or the droid thing because I tried to take the bed. This time it ain't going down like that. So first up, ding, ding, somebody hit that bell. Here we go. We got Wolverine versus Cyclops. Would you like to go first and lose, or would you like to lose second? Because either way, you're losing tonight.
I'll admit. I mean, it's kind of tough. I already know everybody's feelings. It's kind of tough trying to take on, the.
I told you I'd take Cyclops, but I mean, look.
I know, but I'll make my Cyclops argument. But I'm going to let you go first with the favorite. I'm going to let you.
Okay.
You go first. So rap battle style. I can play off of you.
Let me see if I can share the screen real quickly and go. And we have no clue what we're going to use, by the way.
Yeah, we didn't share our plans.
Okay. So here we go. To start it off real quickly. Listen. He's such a popular character. No matter what you like, if you like zombies, if you like just mad berserker, if you like little kids with wooden bone hands, if you look patched like undercover guys, and one of my favorite, Age of Apocalypse, where he actually is the leader of the whole pretty much mutant order at that point. Once again, said leader of the whole mutant order. Even if you like him as Omega Red, or if you like the blob fat one, there's so many different types of Wolverine. There's a Wolverine for you out there. That's how popular this character is. They made one for everybody. So cool too are his toys, man. Look, water projectile toys. You had glow in the dark, like just mega blaster gun toys, different costumes, screaming open mouth for some reason. I don't get it, but hey, it's a cool toy. And these things still, you'd figure this would be like some $5 toy, but you can't even get these for under $40 to this day because he's such a popular figure. But let's talk about hugely popular, decently figures. Now, there's more expensive figures than this, but this is one right here where you look at it, even look at the box. The box just says, I'm a badass character. And then look at all the accessories he gets. I know Gonzo's in the chat right now, loves the accessories. You got 4 different types of arms. You can put, and this is just his regular origin one. Look at the belt buckle, the jeans. This is going still for $220. When was this show out? Forever ago, dude. It's still going for that much. Then you get the Secret Wars. There is a Secret Wars figure, not an American Secret Wars figure, that's better than this one, though. This is the top of the cream of the crop, even though they got him in the maroon and yellow, you know. Still, this thing's going for about $250 if you want to try to snag one of these.
Is it this Black Claws or is it Silver Claw?
It's still Silver Claw. Yeah, they're on the. If you look in the package, you can see them above the sticker thing. It's on the left side. It's like a grayish black one. And even in the 3-pack, when you got them teed up against other people. Oh, by the way, against Cyclops. Cyclops only gets 2 heads and 1 hand. Wolverine, 2 extra hands with claws. He gets 2 extra heads, and then he also gets a third part, which would be a mask part on it. You actually see his head's way cooler indention. Really, they gave Cyclops just like 2 glasses. Like, who cares? You got 2 different red glasses. Nobody cares. It's not even playability. And as far as, like, when you wonder how he's, like, leading or whatever he's doing, everybody always says he stole Jean Grey. But if you look at the box, it looks like she's reaching out to grab his hand a little bit closer to her as far as the display box here. So go out there, get your $100, and then you can have those 2.
I think that's just you're just reading into that the way that package is. She is.
No, look at her hand. Her hand is she's doing like.
It's not the hand. Her whole body. Look at the center. Legends.
Yeah, but even look, she's reaching. You see the fingers? It's reaching for him. She's doing the little reach grab for him real quickly. What's that? No, this is how all the packs are. Absolutely not. This is how all the pictures are. So it's not like he's stealing girls. She's just naturally attracted to him. By the way, look at those sideburns. I mean, how cool are? I mean, look at the Cyclops. Really, this is the.
It's okay. You can have Jean Grey. We'll take Emma Frost all day.
I don't even. She just used Emma Frost. Just uses it as a pawn because he's a sucker. Look at how the sculpts are on the heads here, real quickly for toys. Yeah, mouth just straight across lips, straight across lip. A little comb to the hair, to the side, all the same. Look at Wolverine. You give him the garland teeth, the head's dented in, the great sideburns there, great packaging.
They didn't give him the hair though. They didn't give him the hair that matches his mask.
See, you even want more. You think he's so great, you want more figures from him. Nobody's asking for another head for Cyclops, I'll tell you that much. Then you've got his comics. Is there besides 300, is there a comic that is more swiped than 340, Hulk 340, because of Wolverine on the cover? I don't think there is. Then his series, by the way, I looked at, this is another thing, how you know he's popular. And I know it's not all about price, but I looked the 340s up.
I don't know if this is a Dukes of Hazzard or if this is a Full House reference, but either way, I don't think that helped your cause all that much.
What?
With the Uncle Jesse. Down below.
Oh, I can't see it.
Oh, that's right, you can't see it. Hartman Sports Card says he's Uncle Jesse who kicks ass. And I was like, well, yeah. Uncle Jesse Dukes or Uncle Jesse Full House, I think that's not helpful.
Real quickly, if you could tell me this, because this isn't his first appearance, it's not even his first cover appearance, but that book at this point, Hulk 340 in a 9.8, is going for around $2K. I don't know a Cyclops book that goes for $2K, dude. Speaking of books that go for a decent amount, 700 plus, is Wolverine #1. Yeah, they didn't give him his own series once. They gave it to him a couple of times, but this series still sells as a whole, and you get some good Sabretooth fighting in there. But let's go to his big dogs. His big dogs all around. Giant size X-Men. I don't think anybody's sleeping on this square-bound book. And as you can see, where's Cyclops in this? Back in the background.
He already appeared.
Because he's not that important.
He already appeared a decade ago. This is a Nightcrawler book. Thank you very much.
Hey, yeah, I see Nightcrawler in the corner too. But when you look at it, you get a lot of Wolverine looking cool, taking over the team. Hey, there's also this character has caused many fights at Thanksgiving dinner. What's a true first? Is it Hulk 180, like it originally was printed? Or when they misprinted in the Overstreet Grind and said Hulk 181, which has them on the cover. This is the reason why they're using all these describers, is because of this character. Now, what's a true first versus a true full first versus a true first cameo, first full page, first? It is because of this character. And by the way,
I see that as a negative.
This character, because of this character, it made this man famous and rich. So famous and rich, he could come out with a terrible, what are those things called where you sing along all the time movies? Those things? Those little things. Oh, did you see that one that he did this in? He can do whatever he wants now. You want to know why? Because he played Wolverine. Nobody knew who he was before Wolverine. Now he's out there doing musicals, bro. This guy, musicals. Whatever. And
that's what he is. He's a song and dance man.
Last but not least, you never seen Cyclops get this passionate with any woman. Look at that. Muscles ripping.
Oh, I picked a different sir.
She's jumping on top of him. No, sir. No, sir. There you go. Wolverine, he's a winner. He's S tier. Cyclops is a punk that nobody likes. There you go. Nobody. Did I do it?
I'm going to go a cappella style to start and retort a bit before I get to my slides, because I will say this about Wolverine. They threw everything in the kitchen sink. Everything you mentioned, I see as a detriment. Written as is, he was a little dude with claws who fought the Hulk. And then all of a sudden, he became unkillable. He became a spy. He became like a Civil War fighter. They could put him in any storyline they want because it's lazy writing. You can throw him in anything because it doesn't matter. They gave him an awful backstory with that origin tale where you got a little fancy boy who ends up with his little bone claws. Like, that's your Wolverine. They ruined Wolverine by giving him a backstory. He had all the benefit of the world of, well, we don't know. We can say anything we want about this guy because none of it's known, none of it's true. It can be all made up. We can say whatever we want. Too much. That's why you have so many toys. That's why there's so many different versions.
By saying that he's very popular. This is the first time. So you're saying he's so popular that he's no good. That's what you're saying. That's why I just heard you say. Yes?
A bit.
He is Uncle Jesse from Full House. Yes.
He's too big to fail.
The Fonz. Yes.
But yeah, what book is bigger than Giant Size? How about just regular X-Men #1? Not only just value-wise, this book, apart from just being, it's pretty cool. I do love Giant Size X-Men. Don't get me wrong. But that's a Nightcrawler Storm book to me. That's not a Wolverine third appearance or whatever it is. This book is culturally significant. This, the X-Men as they were created, and Cyclops being a #1 leader of the team back then. That's right. Up front there with the toys, leading this squad, it was Cyclops. I know he's not the flashiest cat in the world, but it is what it is. He was the team lead. He came from a different era. But through the eras, yeah, there's a lot of Wolverines. There's a lot of Cyclopses too. And I dig all of these outfits. All of them. I mean, come on, you tell me that visor wasn't cool? When you were a kid, you didn't think that visor was a cool look? The power set of being able to shoot laser blasts from your eyes didn't appeal to you in the slightest? He's out front. Look at that, Jim Lee right there. He's out front leading this team. He's leading this squad. Not just, rolling down here, just lunging forward with his claws, with his same pose. No, leading the team. That's what we're talking about. And this is the best. This is the Cyclops that I think of best is from this era, from the animated series. This outfit, this, the little cross-strapped hatch. Yeah, it's got the extra pouches. It's from that era. That's what we're talking about. And yeah, I can attest. Wolverine is there with him on that center. You would have to argue, this is the centerpiece cover of that gatefold. You've got 3 X-Men covers. This is the one in...
No, the Gambit one.
You think so? You think it's the Gambit one?
Yeah, Psylocke's on that one in Gambit.
Yeah. And then I guess... Yeah, you got Magneto there, right on the off on the side, but
see, you're already flip flopping.
It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. This is the character to have, And you know,
no, he's not.
yeah, they did not. This is why I brought this up, as I was ready to do like the whole self-deprecating thing. They did not handle him right in the movie. They made him too whiny. They just made him too passive. This guy's gonna come take my girl. Well, yeah, and they did. They killed Marston off screen. They didn't even kill him on screen. They just wrote him off. And then they brought Ready Player One in, and it was fine. I did like him as a character, but they just never got to tell the tale because they just did the movies wrong. I blame that on Fox. So I'm addressing it. I'm addressing the negatives that we had to talk about it. Come on, the X-Men arcade game. Was there a better character to play than when you can shoot those laser beams from a distance? You can go long range snipe style, with those eye beams. That's the character that I wanted to use. I wasn't a tank. I didn't want to go up there all scrapping and with the claws. I wanted to shoot from a distance. Run that strategy. So X-Men the arcade game was a favorite.
Great leader, runs away all the time, shoots from distance, runs away.
He's not running away. He's right there. Again, this power set, fantastic. Not only is it fantastic, it's not some unbeatable, I can heal from anything. There are no stakes in any story I have because I'll just heal from it. This guy actually has to deal with adversity. He can't live without these glasses or these goggles. It makes him a sympathetic character. This is a power that is also a challenge. It makes him more interesting. Not just, I can do whatever I want, be whatever I want, because it doesn't matter. There are no stakes. No stakes in any Wolverine story. Are you ever concerned in any Wolverine story? No. Makes it a bit boring for me.
Does Cyclops even have stories? I didn't know he was in stories.
Here's your story. Yes, he married Jean Grey, but Emma Frost is the way to go. Come on, give me your passion. He's cheating on Jean Grey with Emma Frost, pretending to be his wife. How weird and twisted is that? This dude is a little off. He's not as cookie cut vanilla as you think. I don't know. He has stories. And he also died, but come on. Again, going back to Wolverine, these are the stories you want. You want no-nos? Punisher shooting him in the nuts? Soul Patch Wolverine? These are your favorites? Little rich boy playing with his hoop and a stick? And don't even get me started on your X-Men Origins Wolverine, because that movie was just hot garbage. That was just hot garbage thrown together as... I don't even know where to begin with that. And they had so much promise. So much promise, and they missed the mark.
Where's that Cyclops book coming out? That comic? Ever? Never? Nobody likes him.
We don't need it. He doesn't need to be on his own.
Hey, at the end of the day, you still get Old Man Logan. I actually didn't mind the backstory with the little Logan. But you get Age of Apocalypse Wolverine. Like, there's so many good Wolverines out there. There's no Wolverine for everybody. I bet you somebody likes no-nose Wolverine. Cyclops is very one-dimensional.
It made no sense. All of a sudden, he becomes an animal?
Cyclops is very one-dimensional. They actually took him. He's such a great leader that they actually booted him off the X-Men. Wasn't leading that for a while. They tried to put him on X-Factor. They booted him off that for his younger brother and then Maddox. Like, he's never actually held a team, where at least Wolverine has led teams. He led the Young X-Men. And he led X-Force. He led Alpha for a little bit. He's led a bunch of teams who've been successful. What has Cyclops ever done? Cyclops,
don't give me.
And by the way, when you say X-Men #1, it wasn't like Cyclops is the only guy on the cover. He had to have a whole team around to sell that book.
Because it's a team book. Everything that you said, like with the Wolverine and it had nothing to do with the and the. What team really did Wolverine lead? X-Force. Don't give me he led X-Force. That was just, hey, let's take all our most popular characters that also kill people and put them in one book. Let's throw Psylocke, Deadpool, Archangel, and Wolverine in a team, and he'll lead them.
He didn't.
Come on.
He also led Age of Apocalypse. I mean, he was the leader of the mutant resistance in Age of Apocalypse. He had the cannon gun, too, which was pretty dope. All right, so there we go. Yeah, he was. Come on, you know.
Was it Magneto? It wasn't Magneto.
Cyclops was better in the movie. Better than. Wait, you're saying he's better than Old Man Logan? No way. No, sir. No, sir. The only thing in that origin movie that was actually good was Wolverine in that movie. The rest of it was terrible. It was trash. I'll agree with that.
Which
The
one?
only thing-
X-Men 2000?
Origins, yeah, whichever one. The one with Gambit and Deadpool's head falling off. And
Oh no, that was X-Men Origins. Yeah,
yeah,
oof, that movie was just rough.
Mhm.
Yeah,
I agree.
Well, you did yourself a disservice mentioning Gambit and that, because that was
No, that's what I'm saying. No, he's bad. No, that's what I'm saying. That was bad. That was bad. Yeah.
even
he- he
Sabretooth. They
did-
had
he did
Liev
good.
Schreiber could have played an awesome Sabretooth, but
Yeah, also got great bad guy characters. Who's the arch nemesis of Cyclops? Nobody, because nobody cares. All right, guys, put a vote down there. We'll see what gets round two.
Apocalypse?
No, but it's a whole team up. He's never going. Actually, Apocalypse, Wolverine was head to head. Remember, because of the bombing in Age of Apocalypse, and then he ends up dying. But whatever, which he dies. He has died before. All right, round two is Gambit versus Rogue. Since I went first on the first one. Yeah. Everybody knows it's Wolverine. Everybody knows Wolverine.
Yeah,
All right.
I know.
Keep
I was
going
fighting
on.
from it.
Lost cause. All right. You will go first because I left this logo up. I can't get it down. There we go. So you get to go first with Rogue.
Rogue versus Gambit. All right, I'll try to go first. Well, Rogue. She doesn't have X-Men #1 as her first appearance, but we got Avengers #10. Still a good book to find, even though it's an awful cover, and even though her first, the way she was depicted, she kind of looked like Ursa from Superman 2. I don't know. That's all I see when I see her in that. Again, I will mention the negatives I see when I see them to try to take them away from Marco's argument. I see it. I get it. But it's still her first appearance, and it's still a quality book. And it's still one.
I'd say undervalued. Yeah. That's a positive.
I agree.
I give you
Awful
that.
cover. I'll give you awful cover, but still important book, to be sure. Now, you want to see when she starts mixing it up with the X-Men? Then you get 158. Now we're seeing a little bit more. Granted, her haircut's still not great. She's not the character she's going to grow to be yet, but we're getting progress here. She's still a villain. She's starting to mix it up with the X-Men. She's coming away from just being that bad guy character, and she's getting a little more interesting. Also, as I mentioned with Cyclops, her power set, her being able to absorb other people's powers, but being limited by the fact that she can't touch another human being or mutant skin to skin, is a character trait that helps you build. It tells interesting stories. She's not some impossible to kill, I can do anything I want character. There are limitations to what she can do, and that makes for interesting stories and interesting writing. And we also got to address the fact that she basically took a good chunk of her powers from Captain Marvel. She did. She took them. So that's why she has the power, super strength, and flight, and she is one of the stronger X-Men characters as we go on, is because of this history with Captain Marvel. It just can't be ignored. It's there. It happened. She was a bad guy who was reformed. Another interesting bit to put in a character's backstory. It makes them a little more well-rounded. Not so vanilla as we might have had with Cyclops. Plenty of costumes to go through. I dig them all. I dig the the hooded look that she kind of currently has. You had that Extreme X-Men run where she was rocking the red, the classic 90s short leather jacket look, and X-Men Age of the Apocalypse where she had like the weird, I don't want to say sideburns, but whatever they were. She had that interesting haircut, but still maintaining that color scheme. All cool toys, by the way, too. These are all action figures that you can purchase, and they're out there. One of which I got right here. Again, going through her looks, I'm a big fan of this this current look. I don't know, there's something about the going back to the roots with the green hood and the green and white.
What's the one with the chain? Which one's that?
That's Chris Bacalo, but it's kind of where she had this similar look, but she had like a cloak to go with the hood.
Yeah.
The chain was just, I think, part of the story that she was working. It's not part of her outfit. She's not like a Dylan Brock Spawn or anything like that.
Oh yeah, I just don't remember that one.
Yeah, it was kind of during that later run of the uncanny bit, but
Like
you got to address the Savage Land book. I mean, come on, this era was just something else. You got Savage Land Rogue, where you get those hints towards her and Magneto. Jim Lee drawing it. You got action figures to go with it. You got Campbell doing, homages back to that era.
90s. Yeah,
it's straight 90s. This is straight 90s goodness.
The 90s. Mm-hmm.
Totally.
Is that the pinup? Is that the pinup? You did the pinup. That's what you
What's
did.
that?
You went with the pinup, the calendar pinup of the girls of
What
The
pit
Legion
up?
of X-Men. Over on the right. The
No,
Uncanny
no, no.
X-Men.
That was a Campbell exclusive.
Oh, that was a Campbell exclusive.
Yeah, that was a Campbell. I
It
got a
looked like
couple.
the pit up too. Yeah.
It does. It does look like one of the ones of the Marvel like swimsuit editions that they had.
Yeah, the swimsuit edition. I'm surprised you didn't go with that.
I thought
All right.
about it. I did think about it, but I didn't. But again, that 90s era, this is my era. This is the era I think of. So this is my favorite look for her. As cheesy as it is with the rolled up short leather sleeves, now with a popped collar, I still dig it. I think this is the Rogue I think of when I think of Rogue. This Jim Lee version. And again, toy right here. Jim Lee card down there that matches this pose that they reused on that Uncanny Avengers, I
He's
think.
going with the cards. Okay.
Hey, I'm just saying, there was a card too. That set of cards was fantastic. Jim Lee getting a whole run of 90s X-Men cards was great. They turned them into covers. And yes, I will address my competitor here, her and Gambit. It was a big deal. It's a big storyline, those two together. And these are some great covers. You got Kubert, you got them getting married, you got Joe Mad doing an homage there. Like this was good stuff. I cannot address the competitor, the fighter that I'm ahead of here, but these two are linked at the hip. But really, that hair was kind of ridiculous when you look back on it. When you take him out of that mask, which it doesn't make a lot of sense, he rocks it like that in a ponytail. It doesn't make sense. How do you get a ponytail out of this? And do you really, with your pop collar, is this how you want to dress for Halloween? This is the costume you want to go with the weird, the hot pink and the weird. They didn't even add the blue. They took the blue out because, like, you know what? This is 290s ridiculousness. We can't put that under. Leather coat aside, I like the long leather coat. I'm a Harry Dresden fan. I like the long coat, but yeah, ultimately he benefited from a slight redesign, especially with the hair. That's all I'm saying.
All right. Well, so this is what I'm not going to do. I'm not going to attack Rogue because
I didn't attack him hard. I'm just pointing out the
Why would
obvious.
you? Because she's a good character. She really is a good character. And I'm above that. I mean, if you're a good character, I'm just not going to attack you because it's part of that. But this is a fight. So instead of doing that, we are going to do this. Okay. Did you see it? Very good. So as we're talking about cosplay, this character is so popular that even everybody likes to cosplay him, including this guy who did an excellent job. He's got the see-through card, the eyes. He's spending thousands of dollars just to be his favorite character.
Is that Peter Facinelli from Can't Hardly Wait? Because that's who it looks like.
Either way, awesome toys too.
Looking for work.
It's not just your regular toys that you get here. He's got a comic pack, which I don't know about Rogue's comic pack, but he does have a comic pack with, speaking of 90s, Jim Lee in the background. And by the way, that is one of the better Jim Lee covers. I didn't pull it out, but that's the one that has Psylocke on it, and it's got Gambit on it. And he's teared up. It's Mr. Sinister, who, by the way, the storylines, Rogue storyline's pretty good. But when you talk about storylines, there's not one that's better than Gambit. He has been through the whole mutant Gambit, quote unquote. He is the witness in the future, which was great. And they did think he was a traitor, even though Bishop was going off at the handle calling them that. But the truth of the matter was he was pretty much the last X-Men standing. He has had a back and forth with Sinister. He was a thief. He also was part of the Assassin's Guild for a while. He's got an excellent X-Men versus Street Fighter toy pack with Cammy, which is really cool because Cammy is nice. Once again, he loves the ladies. Either way, great little packs here, and not cheap, mind you. The Street Fighter one's $70, and the other pack is like, you can get it for $50 to $100 depending. This one of the Legends packs, sure, they put his girlfriend over there, and they put Beast on the bad side. On the good side, as you can see, they've got Wolverine and Gambit because they're the two favorite X-Men characters of all time. They just are. So you got to have them on both on the left side. Going against Magneto.
Yeah, but Gambit's name is with the bad guys you just mentioned. His name was with theirs.
Who's? Wolverine?
Right,
Wolverine's
Gambit,
not a bad guy.
Magneto. I'm saying that where the names are listed.
Yeah, you got to even it out. You got to even it out because nobody's going to buy just a Rogue and a Beast thing. You got to put Gambit's name in there. And this is an up and coming. This is really cool. I actually don't. I'm not a big toy guy or stuff like this. But this So Toys is coming out with the Cajun card dealer, and this thing is just hot, man. This is a huge toy. It's hot. You can pre-buy it for I think like $214 right now. It comes with all the extra cards that he can throw out, a bunch of different poses, different heads. You don't like one of the hair? He's got 3 or 4 different hairs you can use. I know you criticize his hair, but all his hair. Listen, I wish I had that much beautiful hair as this guy. And speaking of the ponytail, I do remember you rocking a mullet for a little bit.
I didn't rock a mullet, but I am salty that I did cut the long hair off.
Yeah. Because you could for a ponytail too. Also, he has cheap books and expensive books in the same type. This Gambit book, there's a regular cover. You can probably find it in the $1 bin, $2 bin. But he's also got the gold cover, which goes for about $900 if you can find it. Guys, look for this book for crying out loud. Even in bad condition, it's not great. And then he's another one where he gives you at least a little bit of discussion of what's his first, what's his true first. Does a cover make a true first? Does it not make a first? He's got 2 great books here. You got Uncanny, the annual 14, and then you got Uncanny X-Men 266. Honestly, for the longest time, you could pick up those annuals pretty cheap. They're not as cheap as they used to be anymore.
No,
cool cover. And he's got a storyline with the Hounds, which is really cool. All his storylines are good. Even the marriage one where he married Rogue and started making out is okay. But you have him at, you got Archangel in him and got blessed Wolverine when he was one of the, the Horsemen of the Apocalypse. He's also Death. But when you see it, Gambit was one of the baddest ass deaths there was. You had Archangel and him, and that's it. And as I said before, he's also the Witness. His storyline is so complete, and he crosses so many. And when you can argue that Wolverine sometimes did have some stories that apparently you didn't like, even though other people did, I don't think there's a storyline with Gambit in it that you can say is bad. He has solo stories. He has combined stories. There was some pretty iffy Rogue stuff there. Hey, look, the whole beginning with the green and the hair, the short haircut, the butch haircut. To defend you, you forgot the time that she did kind of sacrifice her life. But with that being said, Gambit the player out there still was by her side and helped her out. Gambit for sure is one of the best. He obviously is an S tier character for me. I like him better than Wolverine.
To your point, I think every X character has sacrificed their life except maybe Gambit.
Because he's the Witness.
Because he's the Witness. But that's what I'm saying. I even Wolverine, he sacrificed himself.
Well, you said he's never died, but then
Cyclops has died. He sacrificed himself. Rogue, Nightcrawler has died. Cable has died. They've all died.
Gambit was death, man. Gambit was death. So technically he did die, but then he came back as a horseman.
So it was like a Civil War drummer. Wasn't that a death too? Like for Apocalypse?
Anyways, I'm just saying he has got if you guys, honestly, if you haven't read the comic books for Gambit, the toys are really cool, man. They really do a good job on the toys for him. But if you haven't read a lot of his backstory, he's got an awesome backstory and he extends across all timelines and everything else. And for such a character that wasn't probably a main one, right? He wasn't in. It took a while for them to get around to him, right? Annual 14 is a very long time from Giant Size X-Men and from X-Men #1. But to be such a popular character means there has to be something really good about him. And I think he is. Like I said, he's an S tier in my book. So that's my pitch on it.
I agree. I had him in S as well. I had them both in S. These two were both.
I did too. Mm-hmm. All right. So let's see what the chat has to say about that. We don't actually. I can't go back and look because I have to.
Yeah, I don't got any updates. What do you guys think?
We got some Rogue in there. Rogue is
people got some talking about the cards, but
yeah,
I don't know if we got any votes that we can actually count towards anything.
All right,
you might have won this battle.
I think they like him. I think they like the characters too much to even have a
well, Astro.
I give it. All right, you got me one. That's all I need. All right. Last up. Why you gotta do me like that? Come on,
I made this very quickly because I realized I forgot to make one. I made it before we started the show, and that was the easiest one to.
Okay.
No border, no background.
Right. So it's Iceman versus Nightcrawler.
He's got some style. He actually has a costume.
I guess I'll go first with Iceman.
He's just not a naked guy on ice.
I'm losing to Rogue. I can't believe this. I thought Gonzo, because all the toy hunting he does. Check him out, by the way, over at Toy Hunting with Gonzo. But I thought Gonzo would have at least given it to Gambit because of the toys. I was trying to show him some of the coolest toys. The whole thing I did with the So-So toy was directly to try to get votes for Gonzo, as a matter of fact. That failed miserably. Let me set up the screen. How do I get out of this again? Okay, I'm not the best with doing the two.
It's all right. We got a couple minutes. This battle might not be as long as the others.
Oh, I can't get out of it.
that?
I'm trying to get out of Chrome. There we go. All right. Okay, here we go. Iceman, this is not going to be you're right. This is not going to be the longest battle.
I'd kind of like the do-rag again. It adds some character.
That's not what I went with at all. That is 100% not what I went
It
with
gives
at
him
all.
something. Otherwise, he's just a blank slate.
I think we're going to get this. Look, I think we're 50-50, but I think this is going to be the right now it looks like we're going 50-50, but I think this is going to be the coffin right here. All right, so Iceman, here we go. What a great figure Iceman is. So we'll go back to toys. We'll start off with toys again. Look, they have them on the same tier as Spider-Man, right? Like this pack. Yes,
they were his amazing friends. It wasn't Spider-Man and Iceman. It was his amazing friends. He might as well have been Blowfish.
Iceman is Spider-Man's friend. I don't see Nightcrawler as one of his friends, right? They're the clique. They're doing really good. This 3-pack, by the way, this Toys R Us 3-pack's $100. I don't.
I'm not surprised.
It ain't because of Firestar. I'm telling you that much. It's because of Iceman. That's why it's $100. He also has got. They didn't call it a 2-pack, but because the guys like cards so much, I included one of these. It's Iceman's got a card. He's got a trading card in here that works with the Verse system, the Marvel's Verse system, Marvel Verse system, and he's got a dope book behind. We'll talk more about that book later. Got a bunch of features. He's got some ice on the hand that he can ride. It's a great posable figure. That doesn't matter. Also, the most expensive Secret War character. Guys, if you ever see this, it does not matter what condition this is in. Pick it up.
Because it's not from here, right?
Well, it's French. Yeah. It is. But you can find them around here. It is from France. You are correct. But you can find the figure loose. Pete, what do you think the figure goes for loose? Seriously.
Oh, I know. It is pricey.
It's like $150, $200 for
at least, yeah. Even loose
figure. In something like this, where the back, even with a little yellow tinting on the thing, this would probably run about $500.
Yeah. I love the Secret Wars figures. They were a favorite of mine.
He's got one of the most popular, rarest. Maybe it's popular because it's rare, but still one of the most popular, hardest to find.
It's not for the toy design. I mean, it's a completely blank figure with a belt that's not even all the way around. It's just.
Bro, you can't tell people why they collect. No. You can't do that. You can't do that.
I'm just saying.
He's got his very own #1, which is a dope comic. Really good. He looks sweet. They kind of stole Silver Surfer off of his look, which is awesome. He also is the first X-Men to be premiered on the cover. You see, this is in 18. That was the first one where it was just a solo bad guy versus a solo good guy. And guess who they chose? They actually chose Iceman. That's how cool the character Iceman is. That's how popular of a character Iceman is. That's how much everybody wants to be.
Just the guy that bad guy can take down the easiest and nobody would care.
That's not actually what happens in that book if you had read the book. I mean, now if you want the book, it's going to cost you, like probably $4,000 to get the book. But if you could, maybe online you could read it. It's a good book. And speaking of that, he was actually, if you look, because I know you referenced Cyclops on this, but if you look at the character that's throwing the most and doing the most to Magneto and furthest to the enemy, throwing caution to the wind, leading the team in, you see Iceman down there with the snowballs.
That's not caution. That's not the wind. He's throwing snowballs.
Oh, jeez. Either way, X-Men #1, which is Iceman's first appearance, not Cyclops, and the rest of the team. First appearance, great first issue. Don't miss it. Iceman's the winner. Plus, he also, because of him, you get this character. And this is why everybody's wives and girlfriends let you watch Top Gun, was because of Iceman. And this character, Val Kilmer's character, was directly taking off of Iceman, the coolest, hippest character of all time in X-Men. Iceman. Thank you very much.
Iceman.
There you go. And that's what I got for Iceman. That's an ending. What do you want me to do?
That's kind of weird because you could argue that Wolverine is Wolfman, and you've got two.
No, the guy's name was Iceman, so that's what he.
I know. I'm just saying, but I'm
Val
just
Kilmer was a ripoff of the X-Men. Yes.
Yeah.
Best movie ever. There you go. Because Iceman. There you go. Best movie ever.
Oh man.
All right.
Well, as you tried to make this a Wolverine book, this is Nightcrawler's first appearance, as well as Storm and Colossus. He's not alone. He's part of the new team. And yeah, Giant Size X-Men is a book that is now a fan favorite of everybody out there. Everybody wants this book where it was
Baby
cheap.
Majik too. Baby Majik, his sister.
Oh yeah, she is in there.
Baby Lilith's in there in the background.
That's where you get one of those weird, complicated. Do you count this? Well, she's a little sister saying goodbye to her big brother. Like, is really that the book that you? We're not talking here about magic. We're talking about Nightcrawler. So stop trying to derail me and
I'm just saying,
put me on a New Mutants path.
Important is Kitty.
I'm going to address the missteps of the movies. Why they focused in on this one minor bit that they added in as one story beat later down the line where, you know, Nightcrawler becomes a priest. Like, that's all they've really done is they've made, well, he's very religious. I see that as a detriment to what I see as a character that is more about the fun, the adventure, the swashbuckling nature that was Nightcrawler. He was the irreverent elf. He was the, you know, the fun aspect of the team from back then. Not this overbearing.
You're gonna do this, Tom. This is his worst run. This is what you're gonna do. This is what you're gonna do.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Iceman got his own #1. So did Nightcrawler. Look at that.
Yeah, he also had a different #1 too, and I didn't use that one because that's not a good run of him in it. You just did this guy dirty. We should have switched these two characters. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm just saying. I enjoyed this run. I love the play aspect. Nightcrawler's a fun character. He's not the you know the moral compass of the team in that sense. He's the fun guy that I remember. He's led teams. How many teams has Iceman led? Nightcrawler led the X-Men. He kind of split it with Archangel for a bit, but he led the X-Men. He eventually led Excalibur. He led these N-Men characters. And Way of X.
N-Men. Oh, jeez.
I'm just saying.
He's not leading anybody Way of X. Are you not reading that book? Hey, everybody, read Way of X. It's really good. It's really
I know. You had mentioned it, so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna give you I'll give you that crumb. I'll throw that in there too because yeah,
he was good in Excalibur too.
It bolsters his leadership qualities. He is a great character.
Pete, what are you doing with this? I'm actually trying to help your argument out. I would not have put N-Men in there. That's terrible. I would have put the pirate one in there. He did a good job, Excalibur, Way of X. I'm arguing better than you for this. You can't, guys.
That's why. That's what I'm doing. I give you all angles. I'll tell you the detriment. I'm not trying to hide things. I'm not trying to hide the blemishes. I'm not trying to hide the zits on the character. They're there. Plenty of toys. How cool. I mean, apart from the suction cup, which is a little weird, but outside of the suction cup, that original Toy Biz Nightcrawler was pretty awesome.
Because you could put them on cars. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of cool, but it takes away if you just want the figure to just be the figure.
The other two are Build-A-Figures. Man, come on. You had to use Build-A-Figures because nobody would buy them without the... This is a bad argument. Should I argue Nightcrawler for you?
Figure pieces in the toy.
Should I argue that?
Half of the toys you had a comic book and another character at least. You had one or two toys with the toy, and you're trying to argue it's because of Iceman. Meanwhile, you had Spider-Man and Firestar in the Amazing Friends pack.
Tony, I agree. I agree with you, Tony. I think that's a better argument too. His argument's not good for this character. I had to use Top Gun to try to sell my character.
Simply enough. Outside of maybe your other characters, Snicked, is there any other sound effect in comics that's more known and well known than Bamf?
Pow Bang Boom, maybe? Batman?
Pow Bang. Don't give me Pow Bang Boom. Come on. Outside of Snicked, if you just read that word, you know what it means. You read this, you know what I mean? They made extra little characters based off of this sound effect name.
Thanks for saying that Wolverine's noise is the most popular noise in comics. That's a good.
It is. I'm not trying to sugarcoat that.
I mean, that round's over already, so.
Yeah, that one's over. But, I mean, if you guys want to build a snowman, you guys go right ahead. But I'm just telling you, Nightcrawler is the winner.
All right.
Why does he have boots?
I'm mad. We should have switched characters because I'm mad that you did Nightcrawler dirty like this. He's such a good character, and you did not come with it, Pete. I'm sorry.
I know. I half-assed it. I will admit it. I was running short on top of Nightcrawler.
I really liked him. Either way, I short-ended Iceman, too. I just did the Iceman from Top Gun because I figured we'd get some votes for that. Okay, guys. Hey, continue to give votes in the live. We'll check it out, but also give votes underneath. And leave us comments. If you like the verses, if it's too long, maybe we should shorten it down. Maybe it's too short. Maybe we should go into more detail on maybe just like our favorite toy, our favorite cheap toy, our favorite expensive toy, our favorite cheap book. We had so many ideas for this. We didn't know where to go. So it was kind of a mess, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. Speaking of enjoying things, a A lot of you commented last week on our tier list because there's a giveaway that Stick Boy is giving away a book. We are going to keep that running one more week because we know that there's a lot of He-Man out there, and we had some requests of people saying they hadn't seen it yet and they wanted to go there. So make sure you go back. Everybody that's already put comments in there, you can get a little extra bonus, I think. We'll make something, whatever. But leave comments below for that one too, and we'll get you in on it. We got a thumbs up. Nightcrawler's easy picks. We will see. There's no guys. Listen to me on this. Listen to me. Listen to me. I'm not saying Nightcrawler isn't the winner. I'm saying you have to have his argument the winner. There's no way Pete's argument was the winner on that. There's absolutely no way. Absolutely.
You can't. I will admit maybe I didn't give Nightcrawler all the respect that he was due, but don't tell me I lost out to that Iceman argument that just kind of pointed to Spider-Man and his amazing friends as being, and using Val Kilmer is the only real argument.
Val Kilmer's career is thank you to an X-Men named Iceman. That is all I'm saying. That's a good argument, dude.
He wasn't based off of the X-Men character.
You used the worst book for Nightcrawler. The worst. Your argument was a Build-A-Figure and the worst book for Nightcrawler.
And a pint glass.
You didn't even use the pint glass. All right. Guys, thank you very much. I'm glad we're getting a lot of love in the chat from it. I'm glad you guys enjoyed that segment.
Hey, it's still a work in progress. We're still coming up with ideas.
We are. Next week, I think we should do tier 2 of the adventures of X-Men Adventures, right?
Yeah, we can do that.
Something else. Should we do tier 2? So let's do tier 2.
If we decide to pivot, we'll pivot, and it'll be a surprise. But otherwise,
look forward to tier 2. Maybe we'll release the list of characters this week, so you guys can catch up on some of them. If you Disney Plus, you can go catch up on some of the things. So we can have some good defenses in the thing. But we're gonna do tier 2 of the adventures. I think it's X Factor from the TV show.
Was it X Factor? Alpha Flight? Was Alpha Flight in that bunch?
No, Alpha Flight's I think in the third bunch because you couldn't.
That's in the third bunch.
Too many. So it's X Factor and maybe the Starjammers and some it's X Factor and some randoms, but some good randoms. Phoenix might be. Yeah. Bishop's going to come up in ones too, Steven. Yep. Steven. All right. Thank you very much, everybody. Oh, hey, Darth Lopez. Glad you made it. Give us a thumbs up. Okay, great time. Yeah. Hey, you know what? I actually got to call you back, Darth. Sorry, the day got away from me. And we will see you next time.
Yeah, absolutely. Next week.
Tell your friends. By the way, Pete's almost up to 700 on Renovision. He's going to be giving some stuff away, and I'm going to start kicking some stuff into his giveaways. I'm going to have to.
I got booked. Did you? Oh, well, by the way, did you know Rob? Yeah, Rob Fordham was the one who was on my impromptu giveaway.
Oh, really?
I did an impromptu giveaway in a video I filmed this earlier. Well, not earlier, but I filmed it for today with my Forgotten Firsts. Yeah. Just while I was doing it, my wife mentioned I was wearing her T-shirt because I was like, let me borrow that. It was like a
shirt who got the? Yeah, I saw that. No,
it was Fordham.
Was good. Yeah. Make sure you guys.
It was a Napoleon Dynamite shirt, so he got it first. So I'm gonna send him that book.
All right, cool. Make sure you're watching everything out on there.
Always giving away.
I know. Make sure you're watching everything on Renovision. We got the Star Wars stuff coming up on Sunday too.
Sunday, I'll be back Sunday.
You will be. Oh wait,
no pay-per-view this week, so no WWE pay-per-view to pull me away.
Well, do that. Speaking of that, maybe we should do. Well, the problem is we like different wrestling. I like the.
Well, yeah, there's that. Well, and to be fair, like Game 7 of the stupid Sixers series would pull me away to watch them lose that game. But that being aside,
you deserve it because the
season is done for me. So
tank for 10 years, you deserve to lose.
4.
All right, we'll see.
The Pistons got the top pick, so we'll see what they'll.
Oh, for the love of Christ!
How they'll blow that.
Yeah, I have a funny, not for this station, but I have a funny story I'll tell you later about the Pistons and Matomo, who decided one day he was going to beat me up. All right,